Mhm. The order referenced above should be modified. Oh, petition, motion to modify. Yes. The declaration. Terms of motion, protection order, motion hearing the same day. Oh, uh-huh. Now, obviously, you violated my right to due process. Ooch. You can petition the court, yes, for modification of the protection order, yes. You can serve the respondent, yes, because there was no emergency that existed. Now, page 1 of 2, the terms and condition of the order referenced above should be modified as followed. I certify under the penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Washington the foregoing is true and correct. Now they call it the signature of the moving party instead of the petitioner. Oh. Now, the document must be served on the other party, and proof of service must be in the court file prior to the hearing. Prior to having the hearing, on October 2nd of 2012, yes, you were required to give me notice and opportunity to be heard before you modified it. You cannot reissue the protection order on July 2nd of 2012, yes. And then reissuing a temporary protection order, yes. Because I never went to church there and I never went to the Boys and Girls Club, yes. And then you can't decide, well, sheriff's return of service, and we'll just order modifying it, pooh. And then motion hearing, and we'll just do it, and we'll just serve Paul. See, it says the document as a request on the moving party to have the order of protection modified must be served on myself as the other party, known as the respondent, the non-moving party. Yes! And proof of service must be in the court file prior to hearing. That, yes, harassment. Oh, hate crimes. Page 2 of 2. Yes. Now, here's another one. Let's see here. Clerk's action order modifying terminating protection order. Petitioner versus respondent. Temporary order filed on. Now, this is terminated, continue, effect is modified as follows. Yes. Now, this is probably orders temporary the parties are directed to appear in a hearing. Yes. And then is further order the clerk of court follow, so on and so forth, the service on myself. Acknowledged moving party, the requester, and the non-moving party. Poop. Now, before you violate the rights of those known as the party, yes, to the actual court hearing. You cannot modify the terms. Yes, you can't have a motion hearing. You have to have proof of service in the court file. That means that you can have one temporary protection order. Yes, you can serve the individual. Right. You can issue a permanent protection order. Yeah, you can issue it for 1 year because they have minor children in common. Yes, and then you can make sure that if you ever want to renew it, you serve the respondent at least 90 days before the expiration of it, because it is in effect until the date of expiration. Yeah. Now, what you want me to do, isn't that right? Terminating order for protection. Now, moving party would be myself as the respondent? Yes. The court received the moving party's motion for an order to terminate the terms and conditions of the following. The order that was filed on July 31st of 2015, yes, continue is in effect. The order is temporary. Parties are directed to appear. The petitioner lives entering the computer-based criminal where the other parties. I acknowledge receipt of a copy of this order. Would I have to sign that as the moving party, known as the requester? Yes. Why don't we look at the non-moving parties and the moving parties and whether or not they had to sign those documents? Since you don't have to sign as the petitioner, yes. And since this was a permanent protection order, not a temporary protection order, yes. And there was no good cause for any sort of why don't you get me the rest of the signatures on every court form in this state and every state for the last 40 fucking years? Because I'd like to know, okay? You wanted me to motion the court to have it terminated. Yes. Because as it says in number 9, well, as soon as you have a mental health evaluation and treatment I've recommended, you can motion the court in a court review. Now, I'm not having a mental health evaluation. I'm not doing treatment. I'm not motioning a court, yes, that issues a court order without the signature of the petitioner. Ouch. Because the petitioner becomes a moving party, yes, in the modification of the protection order. Brent. And I am wanting, yes, he is. Get me the moving party's signature on that. That's real nice. Yeah, it is.